Welcome back to Fred Achando Analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly support our channel. The biggest conversation that has been going on since yesterday is the invasion of the ODM party by President William Samoei Ruto. And this is after 9 members of the ODM attended a Statehouse meeting that was chaired by President Ruto and DP Rigathi Gachagua. It was funny that even the member of parliament from Bondo, the home turf of Raila Odinga, Mr. Gideon Ochanda, attended that meeting. Now there's been a divided opinion on this meeting. There is a school of thought that feels that William Ruto is the president, and so if he invites any other leader for a meeting, then they are obliged to attend as long as it is development oriented for the sake of the ordinary mwananchi. Yet there is another school of thought that feels that Azimio leader Raila Odinga has declined to recognize the legitimacy of President Ruto, and so it behoves any other member who was elected under the umbrella of Azimio to respect that and should defy any invitation by President Ruto, because the Azimio does not recognize him, neither do they recognize any other staff working within the Kenya Kwanza government. One person who has been trending since yesterday among the 9 members who attended that meeting is Felix Odiwuor, the member of parliament of Lang'ata constituency. And I think he has been trending because of 2 things. One, Raila Odinga has been trying to build his politics around a youthful leadership. And people like Babu Owino and Jalang'o are the ones who are being seen as his support, who are being seen as the people who can give him support as a youthful leadership within the ODM. Number 2, it is because the race in Lang'ata in the last elections was hotly contested. In fact, many did not believe that Jalang'o would win, and based on his background, to walk and defy all the odds to be where he is. And people are thinking that, is he ditching Raila Odinga barely 5 months after using the ODM umbrella to become a first-time MP? So he has been trending. And today, Jalas decided to spill the beans and explain why he attended the yesterday's meeting. I want you to watch this video, because if what Jalang'o says is the position of all the other leaders who attended that meeting, then it portends bad news to Raila Odinga.
Right. Now, since then, things have become salty significantly. Since then, things have been illegitimate government, this, that, the other thing. Had he told you then, in light of this, that we do not recognize 1, 2, 3, would you, Jalang'o, have not gone if Raila Odinga said, no, we don't recognize this guy, do not go?
I would still have gone. Since being development, I would still ask what the agenda. Okay. And if it still stands as development, I would still go, because the people of Lang'ata do not care who's president or who's not. What they care for is the delivery of what the mandate they gave me. You understand? It is the people of Lang'ata who will judge me at the end of this all. Jalang'o, we gave you a chance. Did you deliver our mandate? We had asked you, these were our issues. Have you delivered onto these issues? It is the people of Lang'ata who will at the end of the day. Yes, politics notwithstanding.
Notwithstanding.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to go back to that issue that you mentioned, that you're always in line with your party leader.
Yes.
Right? So right now, in this instance, all right, today, what trumps the other?
Let me tell you something. We have a rally in Machakos this Friday. Friday or Saturday. The date is still not yet clear. I will be there, because now that's politics. We have to learn how to differentiate politics and development as much as they run.
The thing is,
yes,
when I ask the question, does it matter you may be the first one in this manner over the last few weeks to actually say, you know what? All this political hoo-ha aside, what really matters is to be able to deliver a proper environment through which people's livelihoods can thrive. So the politics really doesn't matter.
And I'll call you. If today I was in a rally somewhere with Baba, for example, and there's no water in Lang'ata, the people of Lang'ata will not care what I said in that rally. They would care about the water in Lang'ata. You get? If today there was water in Lang'ata and I didn't show up at Baba's rally, my ardent Lang'ata supporters, ODM supporters, would not care
that you were not in the rally.
That there was water, but I was not in that rally.
Right.
You understand? So at any given we are on a race. That is the road down, electricity up. So let's move.
Let's move.
Yes.
Do you think that the politicians then confuse the citizens? Because, for example, so you went to Statehouse yesterday, you had a conversation about a project that's taking place in your constituency, all right? And then on Sunday, you are in Machakos, and you will be there speaking and, you know, championing the same message. We are resisting this administration. We are going to do everything we can to make sure that it's ungovernable and this administration gets out of office. We don't recognize anything. In fact, now you'll be wearing that uniform with a beret and you'll be telling us all those things and saying, Ruto must go. But you just met Ruto and you didn't tell him to his face that he must go. Now you're coming to tell us in Machakos, Ruto must go.
You see, soon and very soon, the electorate will be smart enough, or they're already smart enough, and they already know there's politics and there's development. Yes. Just that, simple. There's politics.
So we take the politics as entertainment. It's like...
It's not entertainment. Politics can never be entertainment.
So what?
Politics shapes
How can
a
we?
lot.
How
Even
can we
even
balance
as we
the
speak
two?
right now, even as we speak right now, politics will always shape every single way we live out here. You understand?
What impact is it likely to have for you to have a rally wearing the uniform under beret and saying Ruto must go and saying let's start resisting, and maybe you even come up with a list of the things that you want us to resist, and say, you know, unless Ruto is out of office, we are not going to do this, 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 and the other. And then on Monday, you have to address the needs of your constituents by dealing with the Ruto administration.
You see, at that time, contractor.
You're
is
saying
paid.
politics.
Work will not stop on ground. You understand? Work is not going to stop. Contractors being paid, contract awarded, nyumba zinaendelea, maji inakuja, barabara inatengenezwa, stima iko, watoto wanaenda shule. You understand? So these things have to run.
One of the questions that Jalang'o was put to task to explain was, what if he had called Raila and Raila said, no, don't attend the Statehouse meeting? What would you do? And Jalang'o said he would have defied Raila and attended that meeting if it was meant for development. Because Jalang'o is explaining that ever since he was elected as a member of parliament in Lang'ata, what matters to him are the people who elected him, not any other person. And he says that those people would not care whether he attends the political rallies, the Azimio rallies. All that they care is, do they have development? Do they have water in their constituents? Because he says that a member, an electorate in Lang'ata would not mind whether he attends the meetings or he talks in those rallies as long as there is water. Jalang'o is also explaining that by the end of 5 years, the people will ask him what he did with the opportunity that he was given, and people like the Azimio leader will not be there. He will stand on the judgment seat alone, and he feels that it was right to attend a meeting, an invitation by William Samoei Ruto. Jalang'o is saying that those rallies are mere political gimmicks, and is saying that he believes the people of Lang'ata and of course Kenyans at large have grown of age and they can discern politics and development. To him, those rallies are politics played for the sake of it. To use the same tactics he used against the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Because way back in 2017, he had started preparing for 2022. And that is why he planted his own people. People like Ndindi Nyoro were there. Alice Wahome, Rigathi Gachagua, he had won their support. And that is the reason why President Uhuru Kenyatta could not sustain the opposition from his own backyard. Because the preparation started in 2017. By the time he woke up trying to take development in Central, it was too late for him. Now, luckily enough for William Ruto is that he not only managed to win the support of the leaders, but also the support of the electorates, the common mwananchi, using the bottom-up economic model and the narrative of the hustler. Do you think the president can win the support of Nyanza electorates, the common mwananchi? Because if he does, then I can assure you that Raila is done. Remember, William Ruto had said some times back that if there is one man who will retire Raila from politics, then it is him. And he said that he will cast Raila Amolo Odinga in a wheelbarrow and send him back to Bondo. This will only happen, ladies and gentlemen, if Raila loses the support with the common mwananchi. If William Ruto manages to win the support of leaders alone without the support of wananchi, then there is no change. Because the leaders will go there maybe under the guise of discussing development, yet they have pocketed some few coins. It's common in our politics. So if a leader takes some money to support William Ruto, the only thing William Ruto will succeed in doing is the politics of perception. So that people will feel like, okay, even the members of parliament who are allied to Raila are now supporting William Ruto. And it is good. Perception on politics is always very important because it can win a few people. People will look at William Ruto and feel that he's a giant in politics. He has managed to wrestle the support of leaders from Raila Odinga. But then, this is where the challenge is. Anytime the leaders will try to organize for a rally and William Ruto attends, the people might humiliate him. The people will either boycott, abscond, or they will be there, but they will be chanting the pro-Raila songs and chanting yote yawezekana bila Ruto. So this is a challenge that he has. William Ruto knows very well that Raila is now uniting the Azimio leadership. People like Jeremiah Kioni, Oparanya is there. Yesterday I saw Joho, and he's worried. So he's trying to take them away. But the question I want to ask, what do you think is the fate of these leaders who attended this meeting, especially after they come out and declare that they recognize Ruto as the president? Remember, Raila Odinga has maintained that his votes were rigged. He won by 8 million against William Ruto's 5 million, and he does not recognize the leadership of William Ruto. Yet these leaders have said that Ruto is the president and they should align with him for development matters to benefit the common mwananchi. What is it? What do you think? What does it portend for them? Do you think they are digging their political grave? They are writing their own political obituary? Or do you think Raila has lost it? We are waiting for 2 weeks because Raila said that he has given an ultimatum to the UN and Commonwealth to come open and scrutinize the servers. Failure to which the common mwananchi will take matters into their own hands. So people are waiting for this. If you ask me, this declaration is the one that will either make or break Raila Amolo Odinga. He has given his people hopes, and people are waiting for the 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, if the UN does not come, will there be another excuse? What will be the way forward? And I'm saying this is what will make or break him. So, ladies and gentlemen, the declaration by Jalang'o that the only thing that matters to him are the people, the wananchi, who elected him, is one that is going to be discussed further. I don't know what you think, ladies and gentlemen, but if this is the position of the other members who attended that meeting, then it could mean some bad news to Raila Odinga. I don't know what you think, but that is my take.